I'm here speaking with Paige and Julie, the stars of the Hemisphere. We're going to ask them a few questions. This is the best part where we get them together and they can kind of respond to each other a little bit. Okay, let's start off with our first question. Julie, how bad were the scrambled eggs in that one scene?
Oh God, I don't even know if I ate them. Well, I know I think I did, and they were
You had the
clammy.
bacon.
I did have the bacon.
So it
Yeah,
was like
and
real space food.
I don't even usually eat bacon, but I was eating that sort of to avoid the scrambled eggs. They were clammy. They were just yeah. No, so I wouldn't say they were not great.
They weren't great.
No.
All right. Let's see. One for Paige. Paige, how much prep time does it take to memorize all the lines?
I think it depends on the script. Because I feel like with this project, we moved pretty quickly, like from the audition process to, getting the role to the first read through. It was a pretty swift process. It's a feature film, so it kind of had to crack down and really get to memorizing. So, I mean, from the time we we got the role, I was going through, I mean, for me personally, and maybe it's just because I was trained in theater, I memorized the whole script
Okay.
prior to filming, just to be prepared. And then also, you don't know like what the filming schedule will be because most times you don't start filming at the beginning of the movie.
The thing about theater is that you learn in the auditions. You say it so many times that by the time you have to, I mean, you still have to study a little bit, but by the time you need to be off book, you've said it so many times that you kind of know it. I guess there is a lot more flexibility with film. You could, like, 10 minutes before shooting, you could look at a scene,
Right.
memorize it, and then do it, which I think some people should not rely on that. I think I think there's a lot of like people showing up to set and not knowing the scene. Um, which it can slow the process down. That was one of the things that I liked about the project was working in longer takes. You can get a more organic rhythm, or like you feel the rhythm of the scene as you're doing it rather than it kind of being cut together later. Because I feel like a lot of the time you don't know what a scene is really going to look like until you see the final edit. But when you kind of play it out continuously, I mean, I'm sure there'll be cuts and whatever, but
Sure.
you kind of get more of a sense of perspective, I think, about the flow.
Speaking for both of us, having a background in theater, it kind of, which I don't know if you're thinking the same thing, it kind of
Yeah.
prepared us to be able to do that because that's what stage is. It's, one continuous scene after the other. And so
Right.
that didn't feel foreign to me. And I'm assuming it didn't for you either, Julie.
How would you manage in real life living in outer space and being cut off from Earth in such a tiny, compact area?
I mean, I think like practically I would probably do the same stuff. I think mentally I would have snapped
Right.
much faster.
Right.
Because just probably the sheer boredom would really start to hit me around probably like hour 5.
Right.
And then yeah,
Oh,
because there's just not that much to do, you know. I
right.
think we did have a little TV set. Yeah, just the boredom would probably be
Would
killer.
get to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Paige, you're so like calm and collected in the movie. What would it be like for you in real life to deal with such stressful situations? What would you actually be like?
I am a super anxious person, so that would
Oh,
not, yeah, so complete opposite to Sandra. I would hate every second of that. Would not do well with the stress. I'd be like, I don't know
okay.
what to do. Do you know what to do? I don't know what to do.
Right.
It would be not good.
Mm.
All
Acting.
right. Favorite teacher one work for you guys or no?
I actually took like a couple film classes in high school. Um, Tom Mallon was my teacher. Really took me under his wing.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
yeah, and at that point I was like trying to make films.
Hmm.
I don't think I ever really got that good at the technical stuff.
Paige, pass.
Um, I had an acting professor in college who his name is Tom McNally, and he is an older um Catholic Irish man, and he is so funny. But I learned a lot in his courses, and he was just a all around really great guy who cared about his students and always showed up for us when we needed it. So
Mm.
he's a really
That's-
good guy. Shout
That's
out to
awesome. Whoever wants to answer this first, go for it. If you could play any character in any movie or story, who would it be?
Well, I was a little bit broken up about Ellie in The Last of Us. They cast it.
oh,
They cast great
so
casting.
good. It's so
But
good.
So
In
good.
another life, I would have loved to play that part. But you know, probably too old for it now anyway.
You would have had
Well,
the
hey,
snarkiness down though.
Thank you.
season 2,
Season 2, yeah.
Last of Us Part 2. She's older.
What about you, Paige?
Oh, that's hard. You guys seen Avatar? I'm just
Mhm.
kidding. You really want to be blue. No.
This is what
I
it was
think
like
for
on
me,
set, isn't it?
it 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
We just
got
need to
so
egg
many
in.
things done.
Mhm.
No, we did. We did good. I think for me, on a serious, like more serious answer, I also studied history in college, so I'm like a huge history buff, and I think doing any type of like historical fiction
Oh,
would
that's
be
cool.
really, really fun.
Mhm.
Just to kind of like step into the past. I think
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you could choose any other occupation, what would it be and why?
I would want to be a writer. I don't really like writing though. It's it's
Just
very
unless it's ad-libbing on set.
I would want
Yeah.
to be a chef, but I can't cook.
it's
There you go.
writing is very torturous. I like the idea of being a writer though, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
It sounds romantic, right?
get that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'd want to do like any sort of like curating or like an historian archivist type thing would be really neat, especially being in Virginia. We're so close to
Yeah.
the Smithsonian's and whatnot, so that would be
Right.
really
If you became a successful actress, what would be your vanity project? Like, Angelina Jolie level, right? You can do whatever you want.
I want to do a live action Hey Arnold, and I want to play Helga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So if I
Chris and
had
the other people on this movie will not know what you're talking about.
it was a good show,
Oh.
and you know they're turning everything live action these days,
Yeah.
and I think I would do a good job. So
That's awesome. What about you, Paige?
I'm a huge bookworm, so I feel like any of the current reads that I'm like obsessing over, I would love to be able to be like, I'm gonna do that.
What have you been reading?
I'm currently reading right now, The Fourth Wing, and
What's
it's
that?
about dragons. So it's really
Oh,
it's
cool.
super fun.
Mhm.
Which I hope they make it.
Favorite independent film in the last 5 years?
I can't say the last film I worked on because that's messed up.
No, totally. Do it.
Yeah, is Swiss Army Man independent?
I would call it that. Yeah.
I think that's been more than 5 years at this point. Loved that movie though.
It was not what I expected it to be.
Oh.
And then I was like, I like this. Why do I like
Loved that movie.
this? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just saw this a couple weeks ago at a screening in McLean, and it's called Mending the Line, and it's about an Afghanistan veteran who is sent to this facility in Montana, and while he's there and struggling with like PTSD and stuff,
Right.
he meets this older vet who teaches him how to fly fish, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
like this amazing story, and the actors were phenomenal. It has
I'm going to have to watch
Brian
that.
Cox from Succession.
Yeah.
He was so good. But Josh Caldwell, the director, he was great, and it was a really, really good independent film. I loved it.
Okay. So this is it's an important question, and I don't know, you might have trouble answering it. Pedro Pascal or Ryan Gosling?
Oh,
Thinking.
I don't know. I
thinking.
mean,
Both?
I have to go Pedro Pascal.
Okay, wait. Ryan Gosling, Crazy Stupid Love, or Pedro Pascal, gray haired in The Last of Us.
What are you gonna do?
Die. So
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That's tough. I I think I have to go Pedro. And then he did
Pedro.
he's done the Merge Mansion ads. Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
the what?
Yes.
The Merge Mansion ads. Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
also did a Merge Mansion ad.
Oh.
So
Wow.
we could have met.
Yeah, you
Right.
could have met.
Yeah.